Chapter 19. The Heart of the Hollow. Emma's heart hammered in her chest as she stepped deeper into the shadows. The cold, oppressive air thickened around her, suffocating and thick with malice. Every step felt like it could be her last. But Emma wasn't just walking into the forest, she was walking into the Hollow's domain, where its power ran deep, coursing through the very land itself. The ground beneath her feet felt unnatural soft, like it was breathing. She glanced down, and the earth seemed to pulse with dark energy, like something ancient and malevolent was stirring beneath the surface. "You can't escape me, Emma." The voice echoed in her mind. It wasn't the figure from before, it was the Hollow itself, speaking through the earth, through the trees, through the wind. Emma's pulse quickened, but she kept moving forward. She had been through too much, fought too hard to let it all crumble now. This was it. The final confrontation. The Hollow had done its worst, but Emma had learned from her experiences. She knew she wasn't powerless. She had inherited the strength of her ancestors, the bloodline that had sealed the Hollow centuries ago. The Hollow had come for her because it knew the power she carried. But it had made a grave mistake, it underestimated her. With every step, the whispers grew louder, the shadows closing in on her from every direction. But Emma didn't falter. She could feel the power within her stirring, rising like a tidal wave. She had to use it, harness it. The Hollow may have been ancient, but she was the one with the key to its destruction. "Come to me, Emma," the Hollow beckoned, the voice now dripping with honeyed temptation. "Let me fill you. Let me consume you, and together, we will reign. You know it's your destiny." She could feel its pull, the gnawing hunger trying to breach her mind. But Emma was stronger than that. She had faced the darkness within herself before, and she wasn't going to let it take control now. "You were never my destiny," Emma muttered under her breath, her hand gripping the amulet around her neck. Her grandmother's words echoed in her mind, "The bloodline is the key. You are the key." Suddenly, the ground beneath her feet cracked, and a monstrous figure rose from the earth, a grotesque, twisted thing made of shadows and the remains of fallen trees. Its eyes glowed with the same sickly light Emma had seen in the Hollow before. It was the embodiment of the curse. The figure extended a long, clawed hand toward her, its voice rumbling like distant thunder. "You cannot destroy me, child. You are one with the Hollow now." Emma stood tall, her resolve unwavering. The darkness around her seemed to retreat for just a moment, as if it feared the strength she was drawing from within. With a guttural cry, Emma raised her hands, and the ground trembled. The power of her ancestors surged through her veins. She could feel the amulet's energy pulsing as the bloodline's magic coursed through her, a force far stronger than the Hollow's hunger. "I am not yours to command," Emma shouted, her voice ringing with authority. The Hollow recoiled as she focused every ounce of her power into one singular force, a pulse of light so bright it temporarily blinded the creature. The figure hissed in pain, its form writhing as Emma's light cut through the shadows. But the battle wasn't over. She could feel the Hollow's power still fighting back, still trying to claim her. "I will break you," Emma whispered, her hands glowing brighter. With every ounce of willpower she had left, she released the full force of her magic, the culmination of everything she had learned, everything she had become. A deafening explosion of light filled the forest, and Emma felt herself lifted off the ground. For a moment, she thought she might lose herself in the magic, but she steadied herself. She was in control. She would be the one to end this. The Hollow shrieked as it was pulled back into the earth, its presence waning with every passing second. The figure that had haunted her faded, retreating into the shadows from which it came.